only on esportbf.com.
We have HDE over onto, I believe, the blue side. And we are going to be seeing SdF over here on the red side of the map. So we are going to be seeing, of course, those tanks hitting up into the north side of the map, which is pretty common. Pretty much your typical standard layout. We are going to be seeing a pretty interesting little exchange happening over here onto Bravo. I think that's going to go into the favor of SdF, and yes, it is. Now, I'm really curious to see right now how this tank is going to be shaping up, because this right here is a very important fight. If we can see this tank going down, this is going to be huge, as Oscar is now going to have to go ahead and back up just a little bit. But he does have that repairman that's going to be sitting on him, and oh, he does finally go down, and that is definitely going to be rough, as we are going to be now seeing the tank here for SdF being able to push on in, and he does have quite a bit of an advantage, as he does have the repair station there. Support player is going to be back behind him, and they will be able to attack this alpha flag fairly easily in this situation. So let's go take a look over here onto that B flag, because we do have quite a few of these players here from SdF making their way up. Does look like we are going to be seeing some medic pressure coming in. Not going to be able to connect with shots there, as he does end up going down. And we do have Mixta, who is setting up right there onto the B flag, waiting for anybody to come over into C. We'll be able to get a couple of really good spots. And he is setting up very, very nicely here, just using that STG with the 3x scope as like a turret. And he's going to be able to cut down at least two of these players. His teammates are going to be able to come in as well. He gets a couple of hit shots here. Should be able to finish that out from his teammates. And he's going to throw a nade just for good measure. Doesn't need to, though, as we are going to be seeing that A flag now starting to get back over into the favor here of this blue squad. A is going to be going over into the favor right now of HDE, as we are going to be seeing a possible flank coming in. Does look like the tank did end up going down, so that's definitely not going to be good here for SdF, as they are going to get bottled up quite a bit. 133 to 141. And you can see right now that HDE is just closing in right now on SdF. They have a beautiful line right here, right across the map, and they are going to be able to just slowly but surely close in onto the C flag. So what we do need to be seeing here coming out from SdF is maybe a spawn coming in from their main home spawn, trying to get out over towards that Bravo flag. Definitely not going to be doing what they just did there, as that's going to be two players going down very, very quick. We do have an LEG setting up on top of the roof, which this can be effective if you can get the infantry players there onto the bottom, but that's going to be 4-5 down now, as we do have a couple of players coming on the backside of C. This is definitely where you do not want to be fighting, and I believe that they're getting completely wiped out in this situation, so this is definitely not good. As we are going to be seeing that C flag going quickly down into the favor of HDE. So 3 cap coming in. We are going to be seeing a very, very quick ticket bleed going out. This is definitely the worst position that we could be seeing SdF in here at the very beginning of this match. And nice little shots going in from Ragnarok there, as he is 6-0, yet to die here with this Lewis gun. And I was casting a couple of matches yesterday, and I will note that the LMGs are incredibly good here on this particular game mode in these particular maps. It does allow you a lot of versatility, while you can do a massive amount of damage at long range, of course, with being bipoded up. You also do have that versatility up close, have that hip fire spray, and still be able to do some damage in that respect. So here the tanks going back and forth. We'll see if anything's going to be able to come out of it right now. Does look like they are, for the most part, in a equally standoff. And that is one weird glitch right there I haven't seen before, guys, so that is going to be a new one. But this is pretty much going to be in the hands right now of HDE. They look fantastic so far. Really, really good defense, like we talked about before. I would kind of like to see, like I said, SdF maybe make a pretty decent push over there towards that Bravo flag. But the rotations coming out right now for HDE are just fantastic, as David's trying to make a little bit of long-range shots going down. Not going to be connecting with any of them. And right now the tank needs to get a little bit more aggressive, I would have to say, on the SdF side. Like, they need to push up with their infantry players. Right now, we're not seeing any kind of coordinated push coming in. All of these players are kind of just spread out. If you take a look right now on the map, you can see the tank. He is going back and forth with this fight. It's not really going to be producing much because we do have the HDE tank Oscar here. We'll be able to use those rocks as some really decent cover. And honestly, this is just a really weird fight that's going to be going down. Infantry players are kind of all spread out. We did see a little bit of an engagement here onto Bravo. Finally, we are going to be in a little aggression coming in over here from SdF. Will not be able to take down the tank, unfortunately. So this right here just looking like the coordination not that great right now for SdF. I really like where Marquitos is going to be setting up. We'll be able to find a lot of these players trying to transition over here to the A flag. And he doesn't get spotted out by the tank right now. So could get a couple of spawns maybe from assault players, or just go ahead and push on into C. He does get taken down, which is definitely going to be a good thing. Oh no, but the tanks are going to be pushing up. This is going to be one heck of a fight right here, guys, as we do have both tanks going in, but nice pick up there. SdF having a couple of players from the backside will be able to take down that tank, get the repairs on it as quickly as possible. This is a pretty darn big deal here, as I believe that is going to open it up here for another A push. Now, we did see this happening at the very beginning of the map, but it's not done yet. We see a lot of exchanges going down. Two players are going to explode in a hail of shrapnel, as finally SdF managing to survive, get their tank up and alive, and possibly make a push here. 46 tickets to 123. Not the best situation, obviously, that you want to be in if you are SdF, but definitely a doable one. We have seen some crazier comebacks on these particular maps before. Maybe not on a Ross, but if they can drain those tickets down, they should be doing pretty decent here. So we are going to be seeing the transition coming up over there towards that A site. Well, let's take a look at the scoreboard here, guys. And oh my god. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Look at the frags right now for HDE. 16-3, 12-6. Massive damage going down at the moment. And if you look on the other side, just not even up in the double digits. In fact, you have a few of them that haven't got any kills at all. So definitely rough there. And I have to say, you know, fragging isn't everything in a Battlefield game, but in this particular mode, it definitely does hurt. So definitely want to see them kind of pull it up just a bit. When we move on to Rotterdam, that is going to be mattering even more. So on board right now with our kill leader in the match, it's going to be Mixta. And he is using that STG, just fantastic. We'll be able to pick up at least one, possibly looking for a second one here onto that Bravo flag, although his teammates clearing it out from behind as they once again will be able to secure this B site. No problems whatsoever. 18-3. This guy is just an animal. So right now, SdF still going to be balled up over onto that C flag. And I really like the fact that HDE, they haven't pushed onto that C flag too awful much. I mean, they have done a little bit of pressure. Obviously, you don't want to just let them have it for free, but they haven't put themselves out of position in order to capture that C flag. And we are going to be seeing Mixta not able to connect with those shots, but with this C flag that's going to be capped, that is going to be all she wrote, as that's quickly going to drain those tickets down. 119-0, as we do see HDE looking just damn good there in that fight. So 119 tickets, guys. That is going to be pretty darn rough in order to come back from. As we are going to be moving on into our next map, HDE. Once again, I believe I didn't mention it before, but I am going to be mentioning it now. HDE, I believe, was 3-0 in their map counts, while we are going to be seeing SdF as a 2-1. And I think SdF actually lost one of their matches to an individual or to a team that HDE has already beaten. And I think that was Antidote over here. Oh, I was mistaken in that call out. But either way, both of these teams very, very good in their division so far, Division Red of PS4. And yeah, very, very interesting to see that they're still close in terms of record. But man, that was definitely not a close match. Now, sometimes, you know, these maps, they kind of they get a little bit slow in a way. You know, sometimes these teams, they come out, they're not swinging or firing on all cylinders, and they kind of make a couple of mishaps. They'll come back a little bit later on in the game, but we really, really need to make sure that these guys are going to be on the ball here on this map, because again, the infantry side of things is really, really going to be making a huge difference here on Rotterdam. So as you can see right now on Rotterdam, we are about to get started. Now, I would imagine we're probably going to be seeing a big push up here towards the north side of the map, and there you have it. We got SdF doing just that. HDE, though, is going to be on the what people would typically they call the allied side the harder side of the map, but that's just because they don't get to that B flag first. But I have a really good feeling, in my opinion, from the matches that I've watched and from what I've played in pubs, that's really the allied side is pretty darn good overall. It's a much safer position to be in. So we're going to go on board right now with Danny, who will be able to get that first kill going down. So definitely looking good here at the start. If they can hold on to this B flag for at least, you know, like maybe a minute and a half, this would be huge here for these guys, because it will allow them to basically be able to get a nice little comfortable lead. So if they do make those mistakes, they will have an opportunity in order to come back from. But that northern push has actually been a little bit more successful than maybe what they would have wanted, as B flag quickly going down into the favor of HDE. Danny, though, very low on health. He is going to be using that Tommy gun, trying to get some hipfire spray. He doesn't know what's going on. He will get picked up, and that has got to be extremely frustrating there. We do see David on the north side of that Bravo flag. Number one has managed to stay alive onto B here for SdF. So they managed to stay alive, but at what cost? It looks like Alpha is going to be getting contested. We see Ramon going to be coming back. He does get picked up. Two more are going to be spawning back in. In the meantime, though, another fight is going to be commencing here onto this B flag. And we will be seeing Full Grapha not going to be connecting with those shots, so that's definitely going to be looking good here for HDE. SdF really struggling. Only two players were up, left, and alive. We see one going to be setting up onto the C flag. He needs to go ahead and get that push going. I don't know if maybe he was thinking that he needs to play his life or wait for some squad mates to come in, but they need to do something, obviously. Now Mixta is going to be setting up on top of this B site. Pressure is going to be coming in, but I think HDE will be just fine here, as a lot of the players are going to be spawning back in. Oh, actually, we're seeing quite a few of these players dying onto that Bravo site, and actually seeing a half-track scooting around here on the map. I don't believe that that is legal on Rotterdam, but we'll leave that up to our admins to decide later on in the match, as we are going to be seeing Chanchis over on the southern side of that Bravo flag for HDE. He's going to get some really nice shots with that LMG. So in this situation, HDE, they need to go ahead and try and get a good attack happening onto this Bravo flag. I think they can leave A alone. Maybe just focus in on trying to get this burn on B as quickly as possible. We are going to be seeing him slowly but surely wiping up the field. So we did have a little bit happening over here onto this C site, but I think Mixta and David were able to kind of clean that up. Still seeing that fight engaging over here onto that Bravo side, as the car is just driving around here. But train station is going to be firmly held here by HDE, and they're going to be continuing on this 3-cap burn. 103 to 134. Definitely not looking good here for SdF. as they are already pushed back from that first map. Now looking like the second one is not going to be going their way. What they really have to be careful with here, guys, is a potential spawn cap that's going to be happening. And this is why I really don't like this side of the map, the Axis side of the map. Yes, you do get to that Bravo flag first, but if you make a mistake and they do end up getting a triple cap on you, it is incredibly hard to get out because you have to either swim or go across that extremely narrow bridge once you do lose that A flag. And we are going to be seeing Oscar being able to clean that up. There's the gray out complete. 83 tickets to 134. As we do see Oscar just checking around, making sure nobody else is back here. And I think they are going to be safe in that regard. We do have a fight over here on the C. Only one player left up and alive. That's going to be number 1. And he is going to be able to spot out 2 players. He can make the hero play, but it's not going to be enough. He does get picked up. C will be returning into the favor of HDE. SdF, what do they do from here? Honestly, this is rough. And I don't know what they actually can do in order to make a comeback. I have seen many, many spawn traps happen this very situation. We are going to be having a couple of players from HDE wisely making their way over here towards the southern part of B flag. They're going to make sure that nobody is going to be getting through that riverside underneath the bridge towards that C flag, because that's basically the only option that we have right now. There's too many choke points going over towards A that, I mean, really, even with a full 8-man push, really 2 to 3 people from HDE could hold that off. And you're going to be seeing Chances here doing a fantastic job of just locking it down with that LMG. He really, in this situation, he doesn't even have to get a whole lot of kills. He can basically just pin their heads down and do just as good. Georgita, though, is going to go ahead and pop at least 1 head. 49 tickets left in order for them to try and get something done here. We do see some most coming out, and I would say that we probably need to be seeing even more of those. And the push, I think they have actually been able to get out across the river here, which is definitely surprising. Typically, this is one of the hardest things to do here on this map. But Mixta, who was definitely our kill leader in the last one, not going to be getting a whole lot of kills this time, but oh my god! Spots out an enemy right in his face from the smoke, picks up a second one as well. He's looking for a third, goes for the revive, and that's going to be an easy cleanup there onto that B flag as they once again contain into their spawn. You can see a couple of people there onto the mini-map from SdF. They are on that underside of the lip, but there's just not a whole lot of places that can poke their head up. They're just getting popped every single time. And the medics here are doing a fantastic job. I do want to mention they are keeping their teams up and alive, and they're keeping the pressure on consistently. 2 tickets left. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. 129 tickets as HDE taking absolutely no prisoners. And they will be able to close that out. Damn, that is rough. Woo! All right, guys. So I have to admit, this is not the outcome that I expected. I was definitely thinking it was going to be a little bit closer than that. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe HDE is just that good. We are going to be heading into our third map here for this first half, which is going to be on Hamada. But, you know, after a pretty bad beating there on Arras, it was 119 tickets. And then after a really brutal 3-cap happening on Rotterdam, which is really disappointing because they started out so well. I mean, they actually started on Rotterdam really good. They got themselves about a 20-30 ticket lead, and they were actually holding a 2-cap and putting pressure in on the C flag for quite a while, but they let those players leak, and that's what I was talking about. If you let them leak over there towards that north side of Bravo to get around, you have to make sure that you're cleaning that up. You just can't put pressure on C until you're sure that you're going to be able to push on, because on that particular side of the map, it is just so dangerous to let those players leak out towards that A flag. But now we're going to be heading on into Hamada, which this is probably one of the craziest maps over all of them. I would say that just in terms of being really chaotic and just not having, like we talked about there on Rotterdam, and we talked about on Arras, you know, HDE being able to have that defensive line, holding on to those 2 flags and being able to prevent anybody from pushing in to that particular line. Hamada is not necessarily like that. It's definitely easier as the Access team, but it is really, really hard if you are on the Allied team, which is what we're seeing right now. Now, the spawn traps can happen on the Allied side, or on from both sides, really, but I have seen them. And I don't think HDE is going to be really worried about anything like that, but you never know. So let's go on board right now. We're going to be seeing where HDE is going to be pushing up first. It does look like a nice little pressure happening here onto that B site. And really, a tank going to be coming into Bravo from SdF right away. So this is something that we don't typically see, the extremely aggressive tank happening on the Bravo. I think he was expecting maybe the other tank to be there, or he's just going hunting right now. And, oh my God, what is he doing? Okay, so he's going all the way to A. I like the fact that he was using the anti-infantry mines on the side of the tank. That does allow him to take out anybody who is around him. Probably, expecting to do that on the Bravo. That's actually a pretty interesting tactic right there. I didn't think about that because you can get multiple kills if they were on that B site. But we are going to be seeing two players here from HDE doing a nice job of cleaning out any of the pressure coming in from that C flag. Now, what they got to be careful with here for SdF is basically having nobody spawning in at home. Number one getting shot from behind, and he is, oh my God, in such a terrible position. I don't think he has a med kit to actually use. Yeah, he is going to go down. So we see full Garafa making his way over here towards that Charlie flag. Don't know if he's going to be able to do a whole lot as he's losing this C flag extremely fast. Oh, he's going to be able to spot out one. Pokes his head up, but not going to be able to get the kill. And yeah, he is in a terrible situation. He will be able to pick up at least one. Getting shots from everywhere. He sees the footsteps of a second one. His teammate will be able to help him out. Pops out around the head glitch. Can he get the hipfire spray? He's trying desperately here. I think maybe his teammate was able to clean that up, so C flag will be returning into their favor. So SdF holding on by the skin of their teeth here onto that C flag. They're also going to be able to get Bravo, and they're going to be pushing back over here towards A. So this is definitely looking good for them. And if they can clean up these next couple of kills that are potentially going to be coming back around towards that C flag, they should be pretty decent to try and eke out a little bit of a lead compared to what we saw before. But now Mixta, we saw this guy before on a Ross. He was putting down some heavy numbers. Not so much there on Rotterdam, but we do know that with that STG with the 3x scope, that guy is just a monster. So definitely looking out for him. Jorgito onto that Bravo flag, will be able to secure it there with his squad. As we are going to be seeing them actually quite easily there onto that Bravo flag, taking it back. And I want to see right now what is happening over here onto the C flag. So we do have a little bit of a flank that's going to be coming back in. Did he actually spot those two players? Wow. Okay, so Markitosely, we're going to go with that. I think he spotted out two players trying to leak out towards this A flag. He will be able to spot out one, picking him up. Nice. It's going to be Danny going down. So he can take a second one here. He will be able to pick up number one as well. So two frags, and should be able to get this third one, I believe, with this tank. So I think they're going to be just A-okay here on the A flag, although they are given quite a bit of time for a spawn bomb to potentially happen. And some nice crossfires actually going down. So taking a look right now, we do have a pretty decent position happening here for SdF. And oh my God, can they actually get around this tank? Nope, not going to be seeing that. Thought possibly we're going to be having some C4 going down, but now it's all up to number one and Don Peristo. Peritas. Still contesting back and forth. We do see Vince coming in. And it does look like they are going to be able to clean that up. So nice job here from HDE. They will be able to secure themselves that A flag. They're looking to potentially secure themselves a triple cap as well, as a squad from SdF is kind of out in the middle of no man's land here on the Bravo. We do see one trying to get on it. They managed to pick up at least one kill, would allow them onto that B site. More spawns actually coming in over here towards A. So this is crazy. I didn't see that second player leaking out towards the backside of this alpha flag. So they've managed to stave off this 3 cap. But again, very, very low on tickets already. 94 to 133. The lead belonging to HDE. And they are looking fantastic so far. Looks like we do have a couple more players that are still just really wanting this A flag. I mean, they really want this A flag right now, guys. And this is just a really bad position to actually attack from. They are going to be going uphill. High ground advantage does mean quite a bit here in the battlefield. A little bit of a cliche, but they managed to get the complete wipe there onto that A flag. Looking over here onto B, they did get wiped themselves. So SdF now trying to figure out if they're going to be able to make the spawns happen over here for that B flag. I would like to see maybe one player coming back over there towards that C flag for SdF from home, as we are going to be seeing 2 more players getting wiped up. So now HDE trying to get control back of their own A site. Chanchis not able to make it happen. He will get picked up. Where is the tank actually sitting at? He's all the way back at home. And we do see Market sitting on top of this A flag. It's going to be a 1-on-2 here in the situation. Nice little nade going to be going down. I don't think it's going to be connected with anybody. Does take out the cover and concealment that was there, as Market now rotating back onto the other side of this flag. Nice pickup. We'll be able to get one, but oh my god, laying into the rubble. What is that? A snake in the grass, if you will. Takes him down onto the A side, still being contested. This is crazy right now. Finally does look like it has been cleaned up, but wow. Like I said, guys, this is a map that is just, it is a scrappy map. It is a back and forth map. You know, you can have blowouts on Rotterdam, blowouts on Arras, but this map, for whatever reason, it is just a really scrappy map here for every team that plays it. We are going to be seeing almost all of SdF going to be pushing up onto this B flag. Now Mixta is going to be in a position to potentially do some work. We do see Sib Tiger set up with that LMG. Ooh, he gets taken down almost immediately. Creative C4 usage, not going to be making it happen though, as Georgita here for HDE. He's going to be making his way up, trying to cut off these reinforcements that are coming in on the backside. He can hear them. I know he can hear the footsteps. He's just waiting for them right now. We'll be able to get the drop on him there with his teammates, so nice job there on his part. 102 to 72, still a fairly close game. Nice headshot here from that Tommy gun with the drum mag. Can you actually say nice headshot if it's up that close? I don't know. That's pretty crazy here. So let's take a look at the scoreboard right now, as Georgito, actually the one we're watching, is 14-3, top fragging, I believe, on his team. Not in the whole server yet, as we do see Ramon going 14-4. So let's go ahead and check out his look right now. What exactly is he doing to be able to get that many kills on this side, especially when they're struggling so bad? Does look like he is going to be getting shot from 2 different directions. Will not be able to survive there. So go back over here to Georgita. Tank is going to be down below, so that is not going to be a good spot here for the tank whatsoever. Not managing to get too many kills, especially since Oscar is now going to be pulling on up. He's like, hey, buddy, you might as well get off my flag. And he's going to go ahead and cause quite a bit of a disturbance. But we have a potential flank once again, but I think Oscar has snuffed this out. He knows exactly what's up. He's like, buddy, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me one bit. This tank fight is definitely going to be interesting, especially since that Oscar is going to be in a much beefier tank. He's trying to get away. SdF is not going to be able to make it happen, I don't believe. Oh my god, he just narrowly escapes with his life. Oscar not wanting to pursue it. I don't know if he just feels like he's not going to be in the best of positions or what, but that is going to be able to survive for another day. In the meantime, we did see that C flag getting capped over. Not going to be seeing any spawns on it just yet. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So everybody kind of went back over towards that alpha flag once again. Danny going to be trying to come back and serve as a little bit of a clear for that A site, but will not be able to make it happen. So 81-56, SdF still going to be behind about 30 tickets, but honestly, they've done a fairly decent job overall. This has not been a bad match whatsoever for them on this particular map. I would have to say we've seen more promise out of them than we have on Rotterdam, and especially on Rotterdam and Arras. So nice little pick up there onto the tank from Mixta. It will be able to take down the tank. Picks up a second infantry player as well. Still not able to get onto that B flag just yet, but that A flag will be getting capped over for this squad. A couple of infantry players still going to be left up onto this B site. And Mixta going to get the nice little headshot with the STG. So far, this is just coming down to pure gun skill from both of these teams and just trying to rotate over and over and over again. No team has been able to set up any kind of clear and defined lines in the sand, as Mixta's still going to be left up and alive. He's trying to maybe get some splash damage over on the other side. Georgita's like, hey, slow down, bro. It's okay. I got this. Although, Mixta's going to be able to spot out one trying to get up on the stairs. Pulls out the sidearm. Cannot connect with the second one who comes around the corner. I think he's going to be just fine, though. Oh, no, Georgita doesn't see him. He doesn't spot him out. Hiding in the rubble again. The snakes, man. Snake in the grass. Gotta hate that. Gotta hate that. So we do have number one securing themselves that C flag, their home flag, which is a flag that they haven't had too much of. And he spots out 3 individuals going to be making their way over here towards that Charlie site. Will be able to connect with one, takes him down, has his little buddy there with the tank, but he goes down extremely fast. Danny trying to do anything at all, cannot make it happen, and this is just not good. Where is their own tank? It's going to be setting up on top of that B flag. So he's not going to be able to help out with this exchange happening over here onto the Charlie side. Now Mixta, ooh, I like this. Going to be throwing out a couple of mines, knowing that the opponent tank has been extremely mobile and extremely aggressive, especially through that B site. Nice little hip fire spray through the smoke. Connecting with quite a few of those shots. 69-18. Again, we have seen some pretty crazy comebacks, but I don't really think it's going to be happening too much here, as much as I would love to see it. SdF's tank now making their way back onto this B flag. Already down to 65 health, as he's just trying to find all of these infantry players. He's not focusing on the tank himself. He's just focusing on killing those infantry players, which is a pretty interesting tactic, although it hasn't really been working out for him. The mines are going to be coming down, and he misses the mines actually, but doesn't really matter, as the tank will be able to finish him off. So that is definitely not what we wanted to see if you were an SdF fan. Sib Tiger going to try and do a little bit of damage here onto the opponent's tanks. I think he may have actually been able to disable him. Yeah, he's very low, down to 45 health. 61-12 tickets. I think this is all but going to be done and wrapped up. Finally, we do see the tank going down here on the HDE side of the map. And while I do say that, we are going to be seeing, for whatever reason, a 3-cap coming in on their side here. SdF not wanting to say die. Honestly, I didn't think that they had the positioning in order to make this happen, but 7 tickets left. And we are going to be having Oscar now coming around the corner, see if he can do anything here onto the C flag. His teammates are going to be getting the burn on it right now. Full Griffa is going to be sitting up on C. He does get picked up, but in the meantime, we do see that A flag also going flash. Number 1 and Danny still going to be alive there on for that Bravo defense. And I think this is going to be it. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and cap this out, and should be seeing that last and final ticket going away. So probably the closest round that we have seen. And 34-0. And SdF will be on the Axis side. So no stag hound or anything like that that we were going to see. I was going to say the stag hound would be pretty decent at getting very, very fast, hitting hard, and making sure that they're going to be scooting on out of there. We do see that C flag going to be burning over very, very quick here. So is not a whole lot of infantry presence up onto the B flag just yet, but we are going to be seeing that tank, and this time it's going to be from HDE, who's going to go ahead and get a little bit aggressive towards the southern side of the map. So Oscar looking to try and make a name for himself as he's going to go ahead and try and get those first initial kills. So far, he's just taking a whole lot of damage, but his infantry players are doing one bang-up job of being able to just clear this out. Fulgraffa is going to be laying down, almost surviving, but he does eventually get picked up. And now we are going to be seeing the push coming down towards the northern side of the map, as that C flag will be getting in trouble of being contested. Interesting to see the fact that they used the tank over there towards that B flag as opposed to pushing up towards the north, as it does allow for this type of push to actually happen. And props to SdF for actually capitalizing on that, as Market is going to be getting quite a bit of damage on him. He needs to go ahead and pull on back. He gets a little bit of a flank, though, in response, not quite connecting with all of his shots, as he is eventually going to be going down. So we have a wipe that is going to be happening here for SdF. I'm not sure if that was on the C flag or if that was trying to hold on to that alpha side, as it is now going to be flashing as well. Chanchis is going to go ahead, get that repair job down onto the tank for those long-range shots, and that splash damage is going to be very, very hard to have to deal with. On the other side of the map, though, over here for A, it's still being contested. And, SdF absolutely does not want to let this go. 141 to 149, so not quite going to be able to get the lead. And oh man, that is definitely rough there. A little bit of a suicide going down from the splash damage, unfortunately. But we are going to be seeing SdF still in control of this 2-flag burn. So on this particular map, this setup is absolutely doable. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite setups on this particular map to go for this AC hold. I think that is very, very advantageous for tanks. It is very good for infantry players who play around their tanks, because it does allow you to reinforce quite easily on those 2 flags. And B has some really awful sight lines in order to get down into those 2 flags, so it's kind of easy to just kind of catch those guys out in the open. It does look like they're still trying to figure out how to get these guys out of their backyard. I think maybe they've been able to do so. No, it does look like still a couple of players are going to be left up alive. 2 more are going to be pushing back in from that bridge position. Fulgraffa is going to go down. We do see David being able to pick up that kill, and it is going to be red all day long there in the kill feed, as that's going to be a whole bunch of wipes going down. Tank is going to be going back and forth here, but not going to be connecting with a whole lot of anything. Oscar pretty much going to be sitting back all day long, just chillaxing. He's got a guy repairing in the back, and honestly, he's going to be getting this 3-cap here with his team, so doesn't really care to make any kind of adjustments in terms of his fight going down. Should be seeing, I think, let's see if we can get Mixa here. Where is he? He's going to be up on top of that Bravo flag. Market possibly going around for a flank onto this tank. 122 to 132. As we are still going to be seeing that lead here for HGE. Market trying to do all that he can with the little bit of explosives that he does have. He's going to be able to clean up a couple of these infantry players as well. He can actually help out quite a bit in taking down possibly a support player. The tank does go down, so that is going to be no armor here for SdF. Not too sure as to exactly why they were pushing up so aggressively with that particular tank. Probably could have done a little bit more if the infantry players were out in front of it. But either way, SdF is definitely on the back foot. They managed to get control of this B site. We are going to be seeing some long-range play going down. Now, this is not the position that we saw HDE being in previously. But they are going to be able to work it to their advantage, as they still have that lead going into this B site. They're quickly going to be able to burn this down. Looking at where those reinforcements are going to be coming in at, only 1 player going to be up onto this B site. He will quickly get disposed of. A is going to be going into the favor, though, of SdF, as we are just going to be switching out, which is really surprising to see, as these teams are rotating a lot better. SdF is rotating a lot better than what they were previously. Market not going to be able to connect with any of those shots. Now, the tank is going to be sitting back behind. We'll be able to shoot onto these players in the backside of the C flag. So it does look like they have been wiped off. For the most part, we are going to be seeing Dom Paredes getting picked up. Number 1, where is he actually at? I don't think he actually knows where he's going to be at either. He's just doing circles, trying to figure out where that fire is going to be coming in from. So many players over here on the C flag, not going to make that happen. And unfortunately, it does look like a clean swipe here onto that C flag. But again, we are going to be seeing that A flag getting contested. With the armor being back up, this does give an opportunity for them to actually get control of it. 93 to 112. Again, this is a lot better start than what we had seen previously. Tank is going to be making his way around, and Georgita's like, heck with this. I do not have anything to deal with it. He's going to be waiting for his teammates to possibly spawn in on him. And there you go. Mixta is going to be able to do just that. Nice pick up there on Georgita, able to pick up at least one. Is Mixta still alive? I don't see him on my list just yet. Yes, he is. Now remember, Mixta was able to drop 25 kills, I believe it was, in that last match. He was doing a fantastic job. See if he's going to be able to do any more work here with this STG and 3x scope. They have secured themselves that BC hold. They're trying to lock down this A site, or at the very least pick up any of these spawns that are going to be coming in. I like what Mixta is doing right here, just kind of hunting around for these infantry players. And he should be able to pick up quite a few. They do have the suppression marker going to be going down over a couple of players behind that rock. The tank should be able to take care of them, no problem. Is there anybody else that is going to be pushing out towards B? Yeah, we do have a big push happening over here towards that Bravo flag. Ragnarok, though, he's going to be ready and waiting. He picks up one. Very low on health, though. So he doesn't want to get into a one-on-one straight-up fight. Oh, being super sneaky here. Looking for the possible revive. Not going to be spotting anybody just yet. Does look like he is going to be going down. Mixta now making his way over here on the B as well. Getting information here from his teammate. We'll see if we can spot out these last two players. We'll be able to pick up at least one. Going 13-1 right now, guys. He has barely died at all. And I think he's actually going to be running out of ammo here. He's got at least one more mag maybe left. And that is going to be it. $38 to 109 right now, as HDE is looking fantastic in this Aras, as they are locking it, finally locking it down. Taking a look at the scoreboard right now, we do see 10-1 for David. Georgita going 12-5. 18-0 for Oscar in the tank. He is just beating it up there in that armor. 10-2 there for Market, and 13-1 there for Mixta. On the other side of the map, nobody is going into the double digits. 6 kills for Ramon is the biggest lead that we have on that side. So that is going to be pretty darn rough to have to deal with. And I would have to say, at this point in time, I don't really know what they can do, if they can do anything at all. Vince is going to be over here on a solo mission to try and clean up, I think, 3 of these players. And they have absolutely no idea where he's at. He picks up one with the revolver. We'll be able to get the resupply going down. Oh my god, they're just everywhere. We'll not be able to do any more damage, but holding up quite a few of those players over there onto that C flag. As still going to be seeing a fight going back and forth with the tank, but they need to be careful, as they will be getting shot from behind here in just a few moments. David now making his way back towards that C flag. Gets 2 kills. Looking fantastic here. I see he's now going to be 14-1 in terms of his KD. Does eventually go down, but with 11 tickets left to go, you can pretty much be like, all right, we're good. We don't really have to worry about it all too much. And while, again, SdF looked really, really good coming out of the gate, they were going back and forth. They were actually able to hold a 2-cap for quite a while, and they were rotating extremely well. You know, I was really surprised to see them being able to react very fast to HDE. We didn't see that in the previous matches, except for on maybe Hamada, but they were honestly losing flags as fast as they were capping them. This time they were actually able to hold on to them there towards the beginning, but for whatever reason, it doesn't last too long, and we are going to be seeing them going down now. 104 tickets to 0. And they just looked completely dominant through the entirety of that game. So props there to HDE once again, as they're going to be able to take round number 4, as they have yet to lose a single round. Now, I will say this, Hamada was our closest one, but I don't know. Rotterdam was pretty darn brutal. We did see a 3-cap going down. Possibly going to be seeing another 3-cap going down, especially if the infantry are playing to the level that they were before. We saw some really good medic play coming out, and some very, very good decision making as well. They are going to be swapping sides, and I feel like, to me, with HDE having the Axis side on this particular map, they're going to be able to get control of that Bravo flag first, and they're also going to be able to probably hold off on that Bravo push that happens to the north of B consistently. And if they are able to hold that push off, that's pretty much going to be game over. I don't really see SdF being able to push through from what we've seen from them so far. But you never know. You don't ever want to count out these teams until it is absolutely over. So I am going to go on board, I believe, with Mixta here first, because I'm really interested to see how he's going to be playing in this match. Actually, he went as a medic in the last round, so we're going to see what he actually goes into this time. He wasn't able to put up too many numbers in terms of kills. Does look like he's going to be going in as an assault. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what he's going to be doing, as well as Giorgito. So Mixta is going to be heading up there towards the north. And we are going to be seeing a, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, a 6-man push towards the south. Okay. All right, SdF, switching it up. Okay, I like this. I want to see where this goes. So we're going to be on board here with SdF, I think, as they are going in hard and heavy. Does look like the first initial kills are going to be traded out. We are going to be seeing 2 of them going down here from HDE, as SdF not able to make their way up towards that B cap just yet. 2 more are going to be going down, as that's going to be a lot of blue in the kill feed, and immediately we're seeing a resurgence over there towards that A site. So not quite able to get through, as Dandy is the only one left up and alive. He is already low on health, as he's used his health pack. Not going to be able to regain it. We'll see if he can actually win out in this engagement. No, that is not going to be the case, as he does get cut down right away. And this is going to be brutal. So we'll see what SdF, if they have it in them, in order to make this comeback, as they're going to have to really, really fight tooth and nail in order to get out of this potential spawn trap, or at the very least, this trap over there towards their own home flag. Now we are going to be seeing a SLR being used here. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do much damage with that at all. Danny is going to be up and alive once again back here towards that C flag. We'll go on board, though, with Mixta, who is currently 3-0. He's going to go ahead and pressure over onto the C flag. Should be meeting a little bit of resistance, though. I'm sure his teammate is going to be able to help out quite a bit, as David picks up 2 kills with that STG. And Mixta is going to be able to get the nice little top-down shot. Makes easy work out of that. With only a few more players left up onto this Charlie flag, I think he should be A-okay with some more spawns coming in. The movement is looking very, very good for this guy. He's listening for those footsteps. He's able to hear him and gets the nice headshot through the bars to be able to finish up on that kill. Does eventually go down. No spawns are going to be coming in, unfortunately, as Giorgito might actually be able to get the revive, and he does. He spots out a second one down below him. He's going to go ahead and get aggressive. Doesn't go for the revive, instead goes for the kills. And while I would say typically that you want to go in for the revive in those situations, honestly, doesn't really matter, because the pressure that we are seeing coming out right now is just so great for HDE. They are going to be just fine on getting players back in onto that flag. And I like what Chances is doing over here, as he's laying down suppressive fire. He's going to go ahead and get that nice little suppression signal up above those players' heads. And you know what? Hey, he's just going to go ahead and get 2 headshots back to back, holding down that R1. We do see a little bit of a fight happening towards the north side of the map. Onto that C flag, though, it is burning down very, very quick. HDE taking their time on just slow pushing on up, but C flag is getting capped, though, in the process. And Vincent making his way over here towards the backside of that C site. Just being a thorn into the side of these players. As we are going to be seeing Market also going to be doing some work inside the building himself. He finally does end up getting picked up, but that should go ahead and allow Vincent maybe to do a little bit of work here. He is going to be able to take down Sib Tiger. And there are just a lot of dead players here on the map. They just... This has got to be frustrating. Got to be extremely frustrating here. We do see that C flag now starting to go back over into their favor. Ramon is going to be all the way into the main spawn. A little bit of players did leak out towards that B flag, but really isn't going to be mattering here. I don't think it is. Giorgito will be able to spot out Ramon. Should be able to get the kill here very, very soon. There it is. A couple of players are going to be in the back. We see some decoys going down as well. Don't know if that's going to be helping him out much in this situation, but hey, you know what? Every little bit helps. Vincent's like, what the hell? What's with these decoys? Who's putting these things up? Nice pickup there from Vincent, as he will be able to take down one, shuts down two. Not going to be able to get the third, but does it really matter here in this situation? I don't think it does. Market doing a fantastic job as the medic kit will be able to pick him up. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick at the scoreboard once again. So HDE 5-0 there for Market, 10-2 for Mixta, 9-4 there for David. So putting up some decent numbers over onto that side. They're not actually just getting absurd numbers like we have seen in the past. Instead, though, they're just not letting SdF really outside of their spawn. Finally, Market does end up getting picked up. 35 tickets left to 143. This is even worse than what we saw previously.
Nearly beaten them. Keep going.
And you can see right now, SdF just does not know what to do here in this situation. A couple of them have leaked out over there towards that A flag, but it's kind of too little too late here in this situation. If they can get a 3 cap, maybe they can start burning down these tickets, but that's going to be a really big dream in order to make happen. Now, Bravo is going to be going into their favor. We should be seeing those players starting to turn around and come back. We do see Mixta and David over here onto that Bravo flag. Nice little cross shots going down to be able to pick up at least one of these infantry players. So 136 here, 215. SdF basically playing for pride, trying to make sure that they're not going to be losing too awfully bad. As I honestly do not see them being able to make this comeback, although that would be amazing. Fulgriffa will be taking down at least one. Chance is going to be all the way back at spawn. And HDE is going to be running into only 2 players coming out from that Bravo side. Easy pickings overall. So SdF, a little bit of life towards the end here, but again, just a very, very rough game overall. Market trying to find these last couple of players with the hipfire spray. Will not. His teammate is going to be there, be able to get the crossfire. Oscar doing a fantastic job in that respect. And we do have a leak over there towards that A flag. So Vincent, see if he can actually get this cleared up once and for all. They do have that 2 flag burn that's going to be commencing here in just a few seconds. 5 tickets left before the end of the game. Vincent just let the guy roam right beside him. Finally, we'll be able to pick him up. And I'm going to say that that is all she wrote right there, guys. The kills are going to start stacking up. They're going to have to spawn back in. Vincent now with 4 kills in that kill feed. Definitely locking it down. Like, what are you doing behind that? You don't need to be behind that cover. We're just going to go ahead and knock that down. As spraying through the tree, not quite going to be able to find it. There you go. As he finds number 5 in this attack onto the A site. They will be able to get that burn completely down, and that will be it. 123 tickets, while not as bad as the first one, I would say that overall it was rougher than the first one. We saw a pretty hefty 3-cap going down, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, kills matter so much on that particular game mode or on that particular map. Is just it's if you can't get those frags back and forth, it's really going to hurt you. On a map like Arras, you can kind of get by with maybe not getting too many of those frags, you know, kind of get some even trades, maybe going even a little bit into the deficit, but as long as you're in the right positioning, you can get maybe a squad wipe here and there, you're going to be okay. But on Rotterdam, you really need to be a frag heavy team in order to make that map work in your favor. So we are now going to be 5 rounds up in favor of HDE. They're looking just so damn good here, so dominant here in this matchup. SdF, they have one more opportunity, and quite honestly, their best map that we've seen so far was on Hamada. So maybe we're going to be seeing a little bit more life coming out of them, and we are hopefully going to be seeing a much better match coming out of it. So even though we did see overall the map count is going to be favoring HDE already, they have technically won with 2 maps in their back pocket. We still play every single round that's going to be going down. So those of you who are not used to the ESB style, all 6 rounds will be played no matter what. And so we are hopefully going to be seeing them maybe showing up here and taking at least 1 map off of HDE. All right. So probably going to be seeing very, very heavy push coming over towards that B site with at least one of the tanks. I believe it was, Malena. And no, he is not. He's going to go sitting over there to A. He's actually not using, is he using? Yes, he is. He's using the anti-infantry gun on that particular tank. So he's possibly going to be going in for some very, very fast pushes. We do see Oscar now. He's going to be coming around looking for where the SdF tank is at. Not going to be finding anything just yet, as we do have some flares going to be coming out. A lot of infantry are going to be going back and forth here onto that B site. Ooh, nice little C4 there, but just a little bit too early onto the trigger, as he will not be able to pick up Giorgito. Now, Giorgito really showed a hell of a good game there in this last half that we did see. So really looking forward to what he's going to be showing off in this particular matchup. Both flags are now going to be in the favor of HDE, as they have taken control of that burn. And the tank finally does end up going down for SdF. We do have a big push coming around to the backside, trying to get a little bit of a flank action going down onto the C side of the map. Oh no, we actually see a bayonet charge coming out for Oscar. That is something I have honestly never seen in a competitive match, so that's brand freaking new for me. But nonetheless, it seems to be working out. Danny going to go ahead and back on out. Looking at where he can put some pressure in onto the B site. Spots out one, not going to be fast enough on the trigger as his players are dying all around him. Don't know if that's the wisest decision to actually make there. Yeah, he is going to go down super, super quick. As when you do go in for those squad revives, it does take quite a bit of time. Malina, though, typically in your tank, he's going to try and make something happen, but not going to be the case. That's going to be a full squad wipe going down for them. So definitely not as chaotic as what we have seen before. These guys are really locking it down here for HDE. So far, not giving up a single one of these flags, B or C, here at the start of the game. Last time we did see quite a few of these exchanges. Giorgito, though, doing a fantastic job of holding this down as that medic class. Will be able to pick up 2 kills coming around to the stairs. And Ragnarok thinking, hey, I just got juiced up. It's time to go ahead and make some plays, as he will be able to pick up 1. Oh my god, I couldn't even see that player. Can't even see those players. That is crazy, as they're just blending in. I don't know if that's a bush or just rubble or what, but Giorgito, I think he had the same problem. He couldn't see anything over there as he went ahead and backed on out. Those players have now finally been killed, and Georgito now looking around for anybody else that is going to be left. Looks like a few of them are going to be setting up on top over there on the other side of Bravo. Is Danny looking for any kind of purchase onto this B side. I think we have about 5 players that are actually set up on top of that Bravo flag. Finally, it looks like David's. He's like, you know what, screw this. We're going to go ahead, push over here towards this A flag. We're going to try and get a triple cap, maybe get this thing done. And he's going to go ahead, and I think he's going to have a free burn on the A. Yes, he is. In the meantime, though, we are going to be seeing Full Griffa with a full free burn onto the C for the time being. Tank is going to be helping out as well. Market, though, he's going to go ahead and make his way back to the backside of C. See if he can actually clean up a few of these infantry players or not. But that tank is going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with, especially with the class that he does have. Not a whole lot of tank killing action going to be going down for that grenade launcher there. Although it does look like the tank has managed to pop just in the nick of time into the spawn. Oscar going to coming out, doing a massive amount of damage there to Malina, and he does pick him up. Chanchez is trying to get the repairs, but he's not fast enough on the repair torch. Ramon is going to go ahead and get picked up as well. C flag will be going into the favor right now of HDE. And that is a very good cleanup on that side of the map. Sib Tiger also getting picked up over there next to Bravo. And once again, we are going to continue on with this BC hold. So in this particular situation, typically you do see a lot of teams going in for a very heavy push toward the north side of the map, trying to get over there towards that C flag, whether you're on Axis or the Allied side. But when you are down 2 flags, that's typically where you're going to be wanting to push from. But so far, we haven't really seen that. They've been really putting pressure onto that B flag, trying to just get control of that. Not too sure if they're just not confident with their gun skills at long range, because yes, you do have to really be able to shoot those long range ones with head glitch positions, especially when you're running towards that C flag, are pretty brutal. But oh my god, almost 3 kills coming in here for Georgito, but not quite, as he does end up getting picked up. Sib Tiger now also going to be making his way over towards that Bravo flag for SdF. And again, just long range shots, probably not too confident there. As Chances, though, he's going to go ahead and pick up one, trying to rotate over there towards that C flag. Not going to be the case, though. We'll be able to make easy work out of it. As 11-1 as he's taking down just player after player after player. 60 tickets now to 142, as we are going to be seeing a potential 3-cap once again coming in. Take a look at the scoreboard, though. 13 and now 14-3 there for Ragnarok. Marcus is going 4-3. Not too impressive there. 10-1 there for Georgito. And we do see 11-1 there for Chances, and possibly going to be making it 12 years. He's looking for the tank, and he does take it down. So beautiful plays coming in right now for this HDE squad as they're swarming in onto this Alpha flag. So let's see if Ramon is going to be able to do anything here as he's trying to make his way out of that Alpha flag. Getting shot from afar, though, onto that B site. That's the tank actually take him there in that situation, as Georgito is going to be in a 1-on-3 situation. Sitting back onto the B site is going to be the anchor for the time being. And while you would normally be like, okay, why is a medic playing an anchor? In this role right here, honestly, with the submachine gun, the amount of power that it has, this is a pretty good setup to have in this spot. And he is going to be able to pick up at least one of those frags. He's putting a couple extra bullets in there just to make sure there's not a second guy laying down. I don't blame him, especially from what we saw earlier. Laying down, you just honestly could not see him. That's going to be a second one picked off of that Bravo site, as he is just locking it down. Looking fantastic. 12-1 so far. And he is not going to be slowing down anytime soon. A site is now going to be getting capped over. C did transition over into the favor of SdF, but again, too little too late situation, as Chances will be able to finish off 2. Market also going to be able to pick up 2, so that's going to be a full squad wipe. And they are looking fantastic to go ahead and recap this C flag. continue on this dominating fashion. Honestly, this is a complete turnaround from what we saw at the very end of the first half last time, as it was a very back and forth map. I was kind of hoping that's what we were going to be seeing this time, but not going to be the case. Market now going to be spawning back in. He's going to try and pick up those last 2 players. Not going to be so here on the backside of Charlie. 8 and 138 as a 130 ticket advantage. And this is pretty brutal here. And that is going to be basically it here. Once this C flag is capped over, may not even get the cap totally. The tank is stuck, sitting there teeter-tottering there on the Charlie. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a hot 6-0 as we see a fantastic play coming out for HDE.
Only on esportbf.com.